Hello everyone, well now that severe weather season is here, I want to talk about how we rate tornadoes with the Enhanced Fujita scale. It's sometimes just called the Fujita scale or EF scale for short. And the first thing to keep in mind when it comes to rating tornadoes is that we don't rate tornadoes until after they occur. That's because this scale is all based on the damage that they cause. And the reason that we do it this way is because most tornadoes don't move over weather stations where we can directly measure the wind speeds in them. But based on the damage that they cause, we can estimate what the wind speeds were. And the scale starts at EF0. And for an EF0 tornado, we're talking about wind gusts 65 to 85 miles per hour. And it can sometimes be difficult to tell if an EF0 tornado occurred or not because wind gusts 65, 85 miles per hour can occur in any severe thunderstorm. But the pattern of the damage will be different. If it was just straight line wind gusts, all the damage is going to be in one direction. Let's say a grove of trees is knocked over. Well, all those trees are going to be lying in the same direction if it was just strong straight line winds. But if it was an EF0 tornado, those trees are going to be lying in different directions because it was rotating strong winds rather than winds just going in one direction. And a whole bunch of tornadoes are just EF0 with wind gusts no stronger than 85 miles per hour. 47% of all the tornadoes that have ever occurred have been rated EF0. Now, next up is an EF1, and for an EF1 tornado, we're talking about wind gusts 86 up to 110 miles per hour. And 34% of all tornadoes are rated EF1. And so if you're keeping track here, that means 81% of all tornadoes are EF0 or EF1. And we consider these our weak tornadoes because the reality is if you get hit by an EF0 or EF1 tornado, as long as you're in a permanent building on the lowest floor in an interior room, you're going to be able to survive an EF0 or EF1 tornado. Now that's not true for a mobile home. Even an EF1 tornado can completely flip over a mobile home. So a mobile home is never a safe place to be for any tornado. But the reality is if you're in a permanent building, lowest floor, interior room for EF0, EF1, you're going to be able to survive because it's not until EF2 tornadoes where the damage starts to go up. EF2 and EF3 tornadoes we consider our strong tornadoes because for EF2 and EF3 tornadoes, now we're talking about roofs being lifted off, walls starting to cave in. For EF2 tornadoes, we're talking about wind gusts 111 up to 135 miles per hour, and 14% of all tornadoes are rated EF2. Next up, EF3. Now, look at the percentage here. Only 4% of all tornadoes are EF3, and that's a good thing because we're talking about wind gusts 136 up to 165 miles per hour. Now, next up, EF4. And for our EF4 and EF5 tornadoes, we consider these our extreme tornadoes because there are not many of them, but the damage they cause is absolutely devastating. And the reality is, if you get hit by an EF4 or EF5 tornado, the only safe place to be is in a basement or storm shelter. Even that old rule of interior room, lowest floor, the reality is the damage is so bad and these homes are so badly damaged by EF4 and EF5 tornadoes that even that interior room on the lowest floor is not going to be safe enough. You really have to be in a basement or storm shelter in order to survive an EF4 or EF5 tornado. As EF4 tornadoes, we're talking about wind gusts 166 to up to 200 miles per hour. But again, fortunately, only 1% of all tornadoes are rated EF4. And for the notorious EF5 tornado, the top of the scale, any tornado that produces wind gusts over 200 miles per hour is rated an EF5. But only 0.1, yes, 0.1% of all tornadoes are rated EF5. In fact, there has not been an EF5 tornado in the United States since May 20th, 2013 in Moore, Oklahoma. And let's hope we don't see another one anytime soon.